I was so ready for No Time to Die come up this November, and we're not going to get it. The movies are really hurting right now. So here's what's going on. MGM's No Time to Die, the latest in the installment of the James Bond series, will be moving from the November 20th release date to April 2nd, Easter weekend 2021. With that said, we also see that Universal's F9, the new Fast and Furious release, it will be moving now to Memorial Day weekend, out of the April 2nd Easter weekend slot. And there you go. So the announcement of the release of the 25th film in the James Bond series was delayed so it could be seen by a worldwide theatrical audience. Now, they did say the producers of the film, MGM, Universal, and Bond producers Michael G. Wilson and Barbara Broccoli, who was the wife of Albert Broccoli, the guy who was originally the producer of the series. We understand the delay will be disappointing to our fans, but we now look forward to sharing the movie next year. And there we go. They moved it. No Time to Die stands to make $1 billion worldwide. I understand they want to do that. Also, it's Daniel Craig's final run as James Bond, so they want to do something with that and keep it there. I understand where they're coming from with that. It's unfortunate, but now it does mean that the movies that are coming out are hurting because we're not having much left. So at this point, we've had Christopher Nolan's original Tenet, which has been the one major box office movie that has been put out since the pandemic, since really the reopening of movie theaters during the pandemic. So it has slowed the domestic box office, and it would not be shocking to hear, according to Deadline.com, that some hardcore attrition in the exhibition space will still take place. Now, November 20th, we still have Disney's Pixar movie Soul and Universal DreamWorks Animation's Croods: A New Age. They're still working for November 25th on the Wednesday, which is my birthday, by the way. And then it looks like Christmas box office, we still might have Wonder Woman 1984 and Dune. If not, there's really no 2020 to the domestic box office. If I look at the numbers right now and where they currently are, well, it's still tough for everybody because when you look at the charts on a regular basis, Tenet still holds on. It's got $41 million made domestically. It could have done a whole lot more. It's made nearly $300 million worldwide. So it's made past its production budget, but that's all it is. When you look at other movies, New Mutants has made $19 million. That's it. And Unhinged has made $17.1 million. That's it. Those are the ones that really stood out that have come out since. Otherwise, everybody else has not made much of anything. So that's where we are. But there's not a lot of movies out there. There's nobody that's willing to go ahead and come out to go see movies. Plus, the drive-in option might not be working good for people in colder climates. And you have to think about the fact that, you know, California and New York still do not have movie theaters open. The reopening has not happened yet. And that's been another problem we have, which doesn't help much things either. Now, also the issue is that No Time to Die, they already had promotional partners that were moving in for the second time. Omega Watches, Adidas, Swatch, Heineken have all started doing promotions. So the advertisers already went ahead with their campaigns because they thought the movie was going to go on. Billie Eilish has already put out a video for No Time to Die. It's out now. So everything was being put with the plan that we're going to put it on. So now here's what we got. So that doesn't help either. And here we are, Memorial Day 2021 for Fast and Furious 9. That goes to there. And so a lot of movies are moving off. When I look at the movies that are left to watch, again, we do see a couple of movies that are going to wait around for Thanksgiving and Christmas, which maybe there's a chance for those movies that can come out and we might be able to see something worth watching coming up. When I look at the movie release schedule coming up now, well, October, we're looking at, there's nothing much. There's a couple of wide releases, and that's it. When we go into November, we have really one or two movies out, but nothing really big that's worth really saying much about. And again, it's not going to be until Christmas time do we see really some movies that are going to come out pretty big. Death on the Nile, Dune, Coming to America, those are all the week before Christmas. And then Christmas Day, News of the World, Wonder Woman, 1984, that's it. So there's a chance for movies to go ahead and come out then. Otherwise, every other movie that could be out is not going to be until next year. Which, by the way, next year will be a huge year for movies because there's going to be so many coming out. And I look at the movie schedule coming up next year. I mean, January, February, March, which usually dog months for movies, they're going to probably be full because they're going to have to put movies out. Like, for instance, Ghostbusters Afterlife should have been run in 2020. It's now running on March 5th, 2021. Tom and Jerry, you know, I don't know if it's like a real life animation or whatnot. That's coming up March 5th. Then I look forward, Morbius, which was planned for 2020, is now March 19th. Tomb Raider 2 is in March. Bob's Burgers is in April. You got A Quiet Place Part 2, which was for 2020. That's now in April. Like, the early part of next year is jam-packed with movies. Then summer is crazy. You got Black Widow, Godzilla vs. Kong, and by the way, No Time to Die in March. Or excuse me, in Easter weekend. Next year, Black Widow, Godzilla vs. Kong, F9, wow. Conjuring, the new Conjuring, another Jurassic World dominations coming up, Top Gun, Minions Rise of Gru, another Space Jam. Then you got another Hotel Transylvania, Suicide Squad, Deep Water. Like, I mean, wow. There's another Jackass next year. The Batman comes out next year. This is crazy. Another Addams Family. Jesus, man. There's so much going on. It's going to be so crazy. But so many movies are coming out. Another Sherlock Holmes as well. It's so packed. And there's more out there. We don't know what else is going to come up. But again, the movie theaters are hurting right now. And we're also reading the AMC theaters. They have about 6 months worth of like liquid cash. So they only have so much time before they start running out of money and they start getting more of themselves into debt. And they've already stretched themselves up as much as they can. Same thing for Regal and their partner, their main company, Cineworld, in the same vein. The movie theaters need a lifeline. And I don't know what movies are out there that will help out with this, but that's the problem. Like right now, I have a subscription to go to the movies. I have no movies to go see. I went and saw Tenet. I have nothing else to watch probably until November. So what am I supposed to do? Well, maybe something will come up. We'll talk to you next time.